leadership of women and men is a critical success factor for gender parity to be achieved. The men who get it recognize that not only is gender diversity the right thing to do, they fully lean in and they help to build an organizational commitment to create an even playing field. And they focus their energies on nurturing top talent and treating everyone with respect. Each time that we hear a story from an enlightened man, the case for diversity gets stronger and more people can commit to it. So let's take a moment to learn about the HBA's Honorable Mentor Award.
It's about women and men opening a conversation and creating a more inclusive environment together.
Gives you the opportunity to pay it forward and to learn from the people that are coming up with new ideas.
To be a part of getting them to move forward, move up, and be on an equal basis is just fantastic.
The people that I have mentored, I've benefited so much from them and learned from them in the process of trying to help them.
My mentor challenges me and really pushes me to get to the next level.
Please welcome Alexandra von Plato, CEO, Publicis Health.
Thank you very much. What an honor to be here tonight and today with all of you. And I have the best job of this whole event. I am so delighted to have the honor and privilege of introducing all of you to HBA's Honorable Mentor in 2018, Nick Colucci. Those of us who have had the good fortune of working for and with Nick over the years know he is a man who leads with his head and his heart. Nick is also never one to avoid a tough conversation. In fact, Nick is a master practitioner of a management technique called radical candor. I've been on the receiving end of it many times in my career, and maybe you could laugh. This is a technique, though, that starts with questions, where actually tough questions are more valuable than smart answers. Meetings with Nick often begin, innocently enough, when he says, "May I ask you a question?" And then they progress to, "May I give you some feedback?" Have you ever considered you could be totally wrong? And then the dreaded, but revealing, always revealing, "What are you really afraid of?" About a year and a half ago, it was a Wednesday and it was snowing out, and we were in a meeting in Nick's office. And he asked me a question. And it's a question that too few men ask any woman in this day and age still. Nick leaned across in this meeting and he said, "Do you want my job?" I think I started to panic. How does a woman answer that question? How does a woman answer that question when we've been conditioned to control our emotions, to demur, to not overstep? My mind was spinning. And after what felt like hours, but I think was only a few seconds, I said yes. But then under my breath, because I couldn't help myself, I said, "Why me?" And Nick heard me. And he asked an even bigger question, an even more profound question, one that changed my career and my life. Nick said, "Why not you? Why not you? Why not you?" It sounds like a cliche, but it's a question that few women are ever really forced to confront. And I think it's because, sadly, too many of us think we already have the answer. Because I'm not ready. Because I'm not really as qualified. Because my children are too young. Because I really can't allow myself to want something that I don't think I'll really be able to have. Nick's made a commitment to diversity and inclusion as a leader in our organization that I am so proud of. And his commitment has unleashed the ambition of talented women, and it's created a diaspora of women leaders across our industry, reshaping healthcare right now. Women in this room who are leading networks, who are leading agencies, who are leading brands, franchises, and whole commercial divisions. Dozens of them are here today. So if I may, Nick, on behalf of all of us who have benefited from your mentorship, from your sponsorship, from your championship, I'd like to ask you a little question. I want to know what it feels like. I hope that I can be in the position to know what it feels like to have made such an indelible impact on the lives and careers of so many daughters, so many sisters, so many mothers, wives, and talented women who are reshaping this industry. I want to congratulate my dear friend and my most honorable mentor, Nick Colucci.
Wow. Thank you all so very much for this warm and enthusiastic welcome. Thank you, Alex, for that wonderful introduction. To you, all my peers at Publicis, and to so many others who I just can't name up here today, but have crossed career paths with my own, please know that I'm proud of you too, and I carry pieces of you with me always. There are three people that I would like to mention who have impacted and continue to affect my life in profound and meaningful ways. First, my mother and father, who are still, I'm very happy to say, still in my life, very much in my life. Just not quite up to being here today, but I want you to know, Mom and Dad, thank you for always making me feel loved and cherished. You taught me that a determined, educated, and open mind would take me far. You were right. It has. It brought me right here. To Ellie, my wife for nearly 32 years. Together we have forged a relationship that never commanded nor demanded, yet always respected and encouraged. We created a loving family, bringing 3 beautiful, thriving sons into this world. Together we've experienced so many wonderful things and places that we would have never done nor seen on our own. I know I wouldn't be who I am today without you in my life. You make me a better man, a better person, and I love you with all my heart. Thank you to Lori Cook and everyone at HBA for bestowing on me the title of HBA Honorable Mentor. I'm deeply honored to share that moniker with the great men who, some of whom are my mentors, and all of whom I admire. The greatest benefit this honor has given me is a rare chance to experience a genuine outpouring of appreciation from so many, letting me know how I had touched them in one way or another. It was very humbling and emotional to read and hear all of your congratulatory messages, and I want all of you to know that you impacted my life as well. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we just forget how important it is to connect and reconnect with each other. Why don't we let each other know what we think and how we feel about one another more often? As Alex said, I'm a big believer in feedback. Feedback, when it's direct and comes from a place of caring and empathy, is a great gift. And it's received as a gift too, even if sometimes not in the moment. And isn't that the cornerstone of every good mentoring relationship, or frankly, any relationship at all? At the end of last year, just after Lori let me know about being named your 2018 Honorable Mentor, I reflected more than usual on my 36-year career. And I started to wonder whether I had done enough to advance diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Sure, I wouldn't be standing here if I hadn't advanced women and the cause in general. But did I do enough? Today in America, women hold almost 52% of all professional level jobs, yet they continue to lag substantially behind men when it comes to their representation in leadership positions and pay. Looking back, I recall times when I wasn't brave enough to call out or step in when I saw biased behavior or misguided career decisions. Times when I felt it was futile to try to shift an improper point of view or a mindset. But I was wrong. Margaret Mead, the great anthropologist, said it best: never believe that a few caring people can't change the world, for indeed, that's all who ever have. Maybe I could have done more before, but what matters now is what I do going forward. We all have the power to create the change that we desire when we're brave enough to step up, speak up, and sometimes act up. Confidently showing up to voice your beliefs, role modeling the right behavior through active participation, and working to advance others. That's what makes a real difference. Leadership can and should come from many. We need to get out in front and actively show our organizations through our words and our actions that we value diversity of experience, thought, and perspective by including people on teams from top to bottom that look like the world in which we live. We need to set objectives that guide those behaviors, monitoring, measuring, and holding ourselves accountable for our total performance by recognizing and rewarding not only what we achieve, but how we achieve it. When we do, we will see results in all aspects of business performance that everyone can take pride in and benefit from. I believe people don't work for companies. People work for and with other people. Corporate policies against discrimination and harassment can only go so far. A company's core values written on its walls matter less than the behavior of the people walking the halls. And if actions matter, I'll also argue that silence and inaction matter just as much. Today, more than ever, we can see that what is not being said, sometimes for years, speaks volumes and can explode in a most poignant fashion. Thanks to the growing chorus of brave, powerful, and righteous voices, we're at a time of real change. I encourage us all, let's seize the moment. Let's add our voice, because now's the time to be that unstoppable united force for change. In closing, I congratulate Dr. Julie Gerberding, HBA's Woman of the Year, Terry Pasquarelli, HBA star, and all this year's luminaries and rising stars. Your work and role modeling are an inspiration. I'm proud and grateful to share this day with all of you. The poet laureate Maya Angelou said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will even forget what you did. But nobody will ever forget how you made them feel." True mentoring and sponsoring of others create feelings that will never be forgotten for both the mentees and the mentors. Thank you for giving me a feeling that I will remember forever. And my wish for you all is to experience the same. Thank you. Thank you.